To me, physics is science distilled. At a very fundamental level, it's everything.
Math is hard, and you can't give up the first time.
We have this open set U, the open set V. As a mathematician, I think mathematics is beautiful. And we have an X. That motion is described by mathematics. And if your students understand the mathematics, they'll understand the physics and the chemistry and all the science that sort of uses mathematics as a language.
Imagine for a minute that instead of the mass of the air in the room
here at Tufts, whether we're on the faculty or whether we're students, we're here because we had great teachers.
I want to be the respected educator and get to know my students. I also want to be an authority in the classroom. Being a teacher is really an opportunity to share in the life of young people and really help to create the future.
Every generation has somebody that comes along who's able to look at things from a new perspective. So the person who's going to do that 10, 20 years from now is a student in these middle school and high school classrooms right now.
32.06.
And if you start asking kids or adults about the people who had real influences in their accomplishments in life, you'll almost always find a teacher on the list.
The NSF created the Noyce program in order to help people who would like to be teaching in math and science, to give them support.
I'm just going to make a right triangle.
My topic was introductory / basic concepts in astronomy.
It really is a craft. You need to know your subject, but you also need to know something about how to teach it.
There always is that triangle that exists between the teacher, the student, and the curriculum that you want to teach. And you have to learn to establish those relationships.
The students that become Noyce scholars, they're getting a scholarship, they're getting this stipend when they're in the early years of their career.
And it's an opportunity to have these well-prepared teachers mentored for the first 4 years of their career.
Mike, you were pointing out how they talk about how it makes sense with respect to one of the target ideas.
Having like inflowing heat and outflowing. In my science education class, we get into listening to students and kind of trying to understand how they understand the world. David Hammer, as far as mentoring, I think has been really important to me.
The way scientists assess the quality of ideas is, one, is the idea clear?
There's going to be a network of people that's going to help these teachers and support them and provide them with mentoring, not just during the 12 months that they're getting their MAT, but for the years beyond that. It's dealing not just with the content, but the pedagogy, and also the specific challenges to teaching in urban environments.
So just a couple of quick announcements.
It's building on a collaboration that we've had for training teachers for urban schools, the Urban Scholars Program.
It is absolutely the best job I've ever had in my life. We hire a lot of Tufts interns because they work there for a year and then they say, I want in.
We often bring in people from the field who can shed more light on what it means to be in school.
We don't have enough faculty of color, and some of our boys need men as role models.
First of all, I'm a math teacher at Fenway High School, and then my second role is to serve as a liaison between Tufts and to make sure that interns have someone to talk to, that someone is kind of nurturing their process. I think a lot of people get the theory first and then the practice, and so here you get to do both at the same time.
I grew up in Orange County, California, and I grew up in a very not diverse community. So I was nervous when I started here at an urban school. I didn't know how they were going to perceive me, but I have learned so much from both Tufts and how just because I didn't have the same background doesn't mean I can't be supportive and helpful human being now.
Is it sine, cosine, or tangent?
With the scholarship and the mentoring and the support in the early stages of their careers,
SOHCAHTOA.
the fact that the Noyce is being funded so generously through the NSF, it's improving math and science education at all these levels.
SOHCAHTOA, oh how tall is that tree? I can find the answer with trigonometry.
There's all this support, you can really learn what to do, and you can really make a difference in the world.